Absolute cinema. Just a few days ago, Frontier dropped another species profile for presumably the last new species that will be added to Evolution 3 at launch. And what can I say? They just keep putting out banger after banger after banger, and this one, the Ornithomimus, is surely another one. So I thought, with this being presumably the last species that is new for this game, I think it was the perfect time to take a step back and appreciate this run we've been seeing them having with the creature designs in Evolution 3. Now, it all started with the reveal trailer for Jurassic World Evolution 3, where along with it we got information about the game's deluxe edition, which includes the first two new species. And we're already starting out strong with two species that have been highly requested for a while now, that being the Patagotitan and Guanlong. I was personally super excited for the Guanlong getting added, and I think it really has a spectacular design. It especially is already showing off really well the sexual dimorphism that has been added in Jurassic World Evolution 3, with the male sort of having this really colorful plumage around its neck and also having a bigger and more colorful crest. And then also the baby looks super cute, and it has like these little spots, which I think is a pretty recurring theme for this game already. You can see, I feel like a lot of the new species have like these little spots on them, especially the babies. I don't have too much to say about the Protoceratops, except that it is a really nice design, and I think it was a great addition because we were quite lacking in herbivores, in my opinion, in Evolution 2, because in most of the DLCs we got carnivores, we got a carnivore DLC, we didn't get a herbivore DLC, and I think that is, that makes the Protoceratops a great addition, and it's just in general a really nice looking and really accurate design. But then, as the first species field guide for the game, we got our first look at probably my favorite of the new species, the Lokiceratops. And I'm a big fan of ceratopsians, and we've only really had a few good ones in the past game, and I've always really wanted for them to add a new one in this DLC, with the whole paleo-accurate type of wave they've been on at that point, and how good the animals have been looking in the new DLCs, and we really didn't get any. So now I'm super excited that we finally got a new ceratopsian. Frontier absolutely delivered with this one. The Lokiceratops looks great. I love the patterning it has on the frill, and just all of the texturing is on point as usual. There's also a prominent difference between the male and female on the Lokiceratops. Like, the male sort of has these more pointier and longer horns, which compared to the female, the female has these like horns that curve outwards, which is actually what gives the Lokiceratops its name, and I really like how those look. I kind of prefer the female model for that reason. And also the baby looks super cute as usual, and I love that they chose this species because it's a pretty recent discovery, and more people, are now getting to know about the species, and I think it has a really sick name, so that's a great reason to choose it. And I just love the species in general. Can't wait to add it to my parks. It also makes me less bitter about some of the better ceratopsians of the last game we will be losing, like the Taurosaurus, Styracosaurus, or Pentaceratops, which at this point are looking really likely to get cut. So rest in peace to those three. Next up, we got our first look at the Patagotitan in the feature focus for the family units, but we also later got a species showcase for it, and that is what I'm playing in the background right now. And this one is probably the weakest of the new species, I would say, which isn't because it's bad, it's just that it's the least interesting and least different of the new species. And I feel like that is because it feels kind of similar to the Alamosaurus, which was in the previous game. That was my favorite sauropod in the previous game, and I feel like it is now replacing that. The Patagotitan, though, is probably my favorite sauropod now in Evolution 3. If I had to compare them, I think I do prefer the Patagotitan slightly. I think it looks a little bit better. Also, the textures look quite a lot better. I feel on this one especially you can see the improvement from the second to the third game. And just how it has like these spikes on the back, and it's a Titanosaur. It kind of feels like a replacement to Alamosaurus, which is kind of sad, but it is an upgrade in my opinion. Then also one thing that I'm kind of concerned about with it is the patterning. I saw some images where it looks like it has like bigger stripes on the neck, at least for the male skin. And I think that is really what we've always been wanting. We've always been advocating for better sauropod skins, and I hope that this one will finally have some better skins, especially with now there being sexual dimorphism. You can put some really nice skins on the males, give them like stripy necks, and I think that can look really, really cool. And I hope that that is going to be true, and we're going to have some good patterning on the Patagotitan. So in general, it's a strong species. It's very good addition. It just kind of feels like an Alamosaurus replacement and just like a smaller upgrade and not like a really big difference like the Lokiceratops or the other species we're gonna get to later. Now, like I said in the beginning for the Lokiceratops, I'm a big fan of ceratopsians. And now we get onto a third one already for Evolution 3, the Psittacosaurus, and it is another wonderful addition. I kind of was really not seeing this coming, this addition to the game, because it feels like we already, like this niche is already kind of fulfilled. We already have the tiny Homolocephali, we already got the Microceratus pretty recently, and now with Rebirth we're also going to get an Aquilops, so we already have like 3 of these, or we're going to have 3 of these tiny, cute herbivores. And the Psittacosaurus is definitely a new addition into that niche, and it will be my favorite one. I really love its design. I'm glad that they added it. It's another highly requested species, and it just looks really, really good. I love how the face sort of looks. It looks pretty cute if you compare to, like, for example, the Prehistoric Kingdom design, which looks a little bit more creepy, I would say, or a little bit more gremlin-like. This one, I feel like they always do that with Evolution. They always try to make the small dinosaurs look really cute. The herbivores especially, and yeah, it's phenomenal with the quills on the back. I think like the Psittacosaurus is the most fossilized, like the most fossils we have of any species of the Psittacosaurus, so that makes it a very interesting species. And I think they translated it phenomenally. The skins look amazing. The babies look super cute. Also, what's interesting is that the babies walk on 4 legs, the parents walk on 2 legs. I think that is really cool, and that also, I'm pretty sure, is for multiple species in the game. I think the Maiasaura 2, where the baby walks on 2 legs and the parents walk on 4. So it's kind of the inverted thing. And yeah, what can I say? This Psittacosaurus is a great addition to the game, to the roster, and I'm gonna look forward to building for it. Yeah, I think it looks amazing. Now let's get into, for now, our last new species for Evolution 3, and that is the Ornithomimus. The entire reason why I even made this video, just because it is that good. And yet another surprising addition, because I thought after all of the herbivores we got, especially for the base game editions, we've only gotten herbivores so far, so I really wasn't expecting them to do another one, but I'm gladly surprised about it. I've been really wanting an addition like this for the game for the longest time now, because we already have 3 Ornithomimus in the game, right? And they are the Galley, the Struthi, and the Archaeornithomimus respectively, and they've all made it back into this new game, which is kind of surprising because they are so similar. The Gallimimus is a super outdated design, right? It's from 1993, from the first Jurassic Park movie, and it just doesn't hold up anymore. And they have 2 designs based off of it, the Struthi and Archaeornithomimus, and I really don't like all of these, I have to say. Like in the beginning with Evolution 1, I still was using them from time to time as mostly a filler species, right? Because they don't look interesting, they don't look really good, they don't have nice patterning, they're not like colorful, they're just a filler species, kind of you toss in most of the time. And the Ornithomimus is, I feel like, really gonna change that, because it has super nice skins and it just is super colorful. It's like I'm gonna be building a habitat just for the Ornithomimus in Evolution 3 because it is that good, because it is an interesting species. And the other Ornithomimus, I just haven't been using them anymore in Evolution 2. I didn't put them in any habitats, not even as like filler species. And yeah, so for that I'm really excited for the Ornithomimus. Also, I feel like it is finally deserved for the Ornithomimus to be cool, right? Because they were always just this boring cannon fodder, eaten by the T-Rex kind of species. Now they are interesting, like the Ornithomimus is interesting on its own, especially the skins. I think the skins are really what makes the species. The plumage on the male, that is like super colorful. It looks amazing. I can't wait for this species. I've watched this like species figure like 10 to 15 times now. I love the Ornithomimus. So in conclusion, basically, like I've been saying throughout the video, all of these species are simply amazing. Again, if I had to choose a favorite, it's probably the Lokiceratops, just because I'm kind of biased towards it. But I also really love the Guanlong, the Psittacosaurus, honestly all of them, and they are great, especially the skins and texturing, which now really show the high quality, like the high quality texturing on these is kind of crazy. It feels like even an improvement on the latest species in Evolution 2 we got in those DLCs, And I think it also really makes all of these species that still have their Evolution 1 skins look pretty bad in comparison, like for example the Psittacosaurus or even the canon species like the T-Rex or Dilophosaurus, for example. And I really hope we're gonna get some retexturing for them at some point, because they look really weak in comparison to the new species, and that's not really... It feels kind of weird, you know, in a Jurassic game where the Jurassic species look the worst and get the least amount of attention. But yeah, I love the paleo accuracy with these new species. I can't wait to build for all of them. And I also can't wait for the new DLCs for Evolution 3, because if they're going to continue this, if they're going to continue with the designs like this, all the DLCs and those species are going to be amazing. And, you know, except for an inevitable Chaos Theory DLC, I think those designs from Chaos Theory and stuff still kind of suck. But yeah, I hope you're like excited as I am. Tell me your favorite of the new species in the comments, and also subscribe to see me build for them when the game is out. I really am excited for the Patagotitan. I think I'm gonna build like an elephant house or something for it, so stay tuned for that.